Hey guys, it's Maymay and I'm super excited as we have an unboxing to do from Cricut today, as well as a project using their new Infusible ink. Now, here's what we're going to do. This is going to be a long video, but to save you time, Jordan is going to do some timestamps for you guys. We've never done these in video before, but I want to explain it real quick. So this video will be real easy for you, okay? So timestamps are where if you go into the description below, we will have topics if you want to jump ahead. Say you don't really need to see the unboxing and you don't need to see me create on Design Space. You just want to see the product in action. You can click on one of those timestamps and it will take you directly there in the video. Super cool. It's a neat project and Jordan will have that all set up for you guys. But what we're going to do first is unbox this. I'm so excited. Cricut contacted me and they offered to send me this cool box full of cool things. I'm trying to get this where we can open it together just like this. This is so cute. Let me show you what the box looks like. It says, "Hey trendsetter, let's heat things up. Cricut Infusible Ink." Too cute. I'm going to put the lid up there and we're going to go through what's in this box. First, we have heat resistant tape. This is cool. By the way, I know nothing. I've watched very little about this, so I'm going to have to do a little research before I do the project, but I wanted to open the box. Heat-resistant adhesive holds transfers in place during application. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so this is tape. I can tape my transfer down to the surface when I'm heating it? Love that. We'll check that out. This is the Infusible Ink product, and it reminds me a lot of the vinyl product. It's not vinyl. It's completely different, but the way it's packaged and the way it operates as far as cutting and getting it ready to put on the shirt reminds me of that. Did they know I was a red fan? Look at this, cherry red. Probably not. Everybody probably got red. And look at these pretty colors. This is Patterns Wildflower. So there's some wildflowers in there and then yellow and blue as well. Tells me right on the box, 400 degrees Fahrenheit is what it needs to be heated at. Also, I have noticed a lot of questions about it. Let me read if there's anything. It says, carefully follow instructions at infusible-ink.com. So there's a whole website for it. It says, will not work with incompatible base materials. We'll talk about that. A lot of people are asking that. The sheets in here can be damaged by liquid. Don't store these where they could get wet. So if you have a place that maybe gets a little water damage, like I have a warehouse here and sometimes water can come in, make sure you're storing these where they won't get near water. That's it. The rest is another language. Made for Cricut Smart Cutting Machines and the Cricut Easy Press 2. Now, I have heard that although they say you have to use the 2, I've heard the 1 will work. You just have to use it longer and with more pressure. I don't know that. Haven't tried it. Okay. And this is really cool. Do you see how these two colors show right here? Here's why. This is what it will look like before heated. And afterwards, you get this brighter color. I did see Melody Lane do that. She had a pattern that I was like, wow, that pattern's not as bright as what it looked like in your thumbnail. Well, that's because when you heat it, the color appears. And it says, cut design from sheet with Cricut machine. And then it says, choose a compatible infusible ink blank. And then transfer design with Cricut Easy Press 2 or heat press that reaches 400 degrees. I wonder if the 1 reaches 400. I'll check it because I have the 1 and the 2. Okay, what is this? This is, oh, this is the tote bag blank, 14 by 14. Let's open it up. This is cool. So, you know what I like about this tote bag already? Look how soft. Look at that. The material is different. It's not like canvas. It has the look of canvas. Oh, and I like this bottom. Look, it has like a gusseted bottom so it'll stand. But it's not, can you see how soft that is? That's interesting. That's a little bit different. And the handles are super cool. They're a nice, what is that, canvas? I think it is like a canvas belt. Love that. I think that's what we'll work with today. Maybe. We'll see what else is in here. Okay, here's a little packet for me to read. Ooh, ink pens. Well, cool. It says, draw design using infusible ink markers on laser copy paper. Choose a compatible infusible ink blank and then transfer. That's cool. Okay, we'll look at those. Whoa, these weigh a lot. Infusible ink, ceramic coaster blanks. Okay, I've seen the coasters, but I didn't know they were ceramic. Well, that's cool. I'm excited about those. We'll have to see what we're going to do with that. I guess that's what I can use the markers for. This guy is a little lint roller. I did say you have to roll lint. I don't remember who I saw say that. And then this guy is a men's t-shirt blank. Okay, a lot of people were asking about these, and I want to see what it says it's made of. This crew neck t-shirt is 95% polyester and 5% spandex. And this one is a blank. It's used for their ink. Now, I will say this. Some people were saying that they didn't want to have to buy only the Cricut ones. But I heard some other people saying that the blend is what matters. So that's why the Cricut blanks exist, because this is like a 95.5 and the polyester is what accepts the ink. All of this is from like little bitty reads that I've had. Okay, like I have not studied. This is this like butcher paper? I think it is. I think this is what you need for transferring. And this is cardstock. Because this is an actual ink product. Oh, look how cute that is. Share your creations, #Infusible Ink. Because this is an actual ink product, you put cardstock inside of whatever you're heat transferring so the ink doesn't go through on the back of the project. Okay, so I opened the box. This is the red we're going to use. And this is what came out. So we get some more of that butcher paper for protecting. And then you get 2 sheets of 12 by 12. Now, let me see. It says 2 sheets. I didn't know if that was just like a PR package or something because this was sent to me by Cricut. But that's probably what you get is 2 sheets. We're going to need one of those. It also comes with this little cloth. Oh, no. I know what this is. This is a tester. So you can do a small piece and test that. That's cool, huh? I'm not going to test. We're going to be rebels and try. Just go on. And then this. Aha. Before you begin, let me bring this up. Carefully follow instructions at infusible-ink.com. I love that they created a whole website for this. That really is cool. All right. Came in this little black bag. I'm going to get rid of that. And it does have some of this silica in it because remember this product can't get wet or you want to keep moisture away. So just get rid of this. Make sure that you put it where it's safe in a trash can where no children or animals can get to it. Okay. Let's do this thing. Peel this guy out of here. I just need 1 sheet. Remember when I told you that the color is not the same on the box as it is here until we heat it? So we'll even compare this and see what that looks like when we get there. And it tells me to use a light grip mat. So here's my light grip mat. I'm going to go off the screen a little bit and put this down. You won't be able to see me do it. So you put this on your mat, the label side down. We'll call it label side. I think that's what they called it. So I'm just going to go to my light grip mat and stick this guy down. I always say you put the pretty side up and that ugly side down. Okay, so let's make a project for our tote bag. So I'm going to start a new project. And I thought it would be cute to do something kind of, weenie dog or what have you. But actually, so the month of June at Maymay Made It is called June is for Generosity. And that means that we are taking what we make and give it away. So I'm going to make a tote bag, my very first one, using the Infusible ink, and I'm going to give it to one of you guys. So there'll be a giveaway link in the description of this video, and we will give it away in the month of June, and we'll announce the winner probably the 1st of July or somewhere around that time frame. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I know what size my bag is. I have about 12 by 12 space to put an image, but I'm not going to push that. I'm only going to go 11 by 11. So this square is a template I'm going to make for myself. Okay. So I know I want to use an 11 by 11 space. So I'm going to go to the top here and put in 11 and then hit enter. And when I do that, it'll change my square to be a perfect 11-inch square. Now, a couple things. I do not like working with these dark gray squares. So I'm going to change this color in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to click on that dark gray and change it to white. But when I do that, many of you guys tell me you can't see the difference on your screen between my template and the screen. So down here in the back, I'm going to click, or on the bottom right, I'm going to click blank canvas. And up here at the top where it says color, I'm going to click there and change my canvas to a color. So now I have my template, the 11 by 11 square, and the canvas back here is just so you guys can see. Now, I'm going to put my logo on the bag. I think that'll be cute. And then on the back, I'm going to put one of our sayings. And then when the person gets it, they'll have one of our logo bags. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to my projects. And now I know how big I can make my logo here. All right. So let's bring the logo over. Now, see how it went behind? That's only because the square here was the last thing I used. So I just need to go to arrange and tell it to send to the front. And there's my logo. All right, I'm going to stretch this as big as I can to fit in this 11 by 11 space. And that feels pretty good. I mean, I don't want to get it right to the edge, but that's about what I'm looking for. All right, this will be centered on my tote bag, but I also on the back want to put a little saying.
So let me do that too. So because I know I have an 11-inch space on the back, I'm just going to build my little saying to fit here so I can use one piece of infusible ink that's 12 by 12 and get both of my images off of it. So let's add some text. And I think I'm going to make it say, I think I'm going to use the font that I love. It's my own Topher. It's my favorite. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to start to type. And I'm going to put, I'm not, I want to show you something. This happens sometimes with fonts. Do you see how there's no space between these two? That can be a little frustrating. There's no space. And I could, of course, come up here and like advance, undo each letter, yada, yada, and move them around. But I don't want to do that. Let me show what I'm going to do instead. So I'm going to go text. Using that same font, I'm going to do each word individual. Okay, so there's one word. And then I'm going to go text again. And this time I'm going to do not. And I'll just move it out here. I'm not. And then I'm going to go text again. There is probably a quicker way to do this, but my brain works like this. Oops, let me undo moving that. My brain just works simple, and this is how I know I can do it. So what I'm going to do here is line these guys up. Now, something I want to show you. These letters do not have descenders, but this G has a descender. So if you try to select all these and bottom align them together, that descender is going to change everything for you. So I'm just going to eyeball these guys, click them, and group them. Perfect. There's my first line. And now I'm going to do my second line. All right, now I'm going to grab this group set of words and this group set of words, and I'm going to group them together. I'm going to shrink this down to fit in this spot. Just like so. Now I want to add one more thing, and that's our hashtag, which is hashtag I'm a made it. That is what you guys are that are watching me today. If you are subscribed to my channel, you're a made it, by the way. I did not come up with that. The community did, and I think it's adorable. All right, so I'm a made it goes right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of this together and I'm going to attach it together. If I don't attach it, when I go to make this, they'll fly all over the screen because I didn't know to stay together. So I'm going to attach those together. Now you see I have the bottom section for one side of my bag and the front for the other. And notice I have them in the same color. That means I can cut them on one mat together. Now, I don't need this square anymore. It was just to keep me in shape for my bag, so I can get rid of that. And now we're ready to go make this. So let me say make it. So everything's on my mat, but I'm going to move this guy down just a little bit to give me a little bit of ease between these two. And then this is ready to go. There's one thing we have to do, very important. When you are working with vinyl iron-ons of any kind, you need to make sure if your image needs to be mirrored, to mirror it. And with infusible ink, it definitely needs to be mirrored. So I'm going to click mirror right here, which makes your life so easy. Look, it just flips it for you. Done. Let me say continue. So now my Cricut Design Space has recognized my maker. So there it is there. And now I need to set the material. So we're going to come right here to where it says browse all materials. Now I am hoping that if I type in infusible ink, it will find it for me and I don't have to search. I don't like to search. You know why? Because I get distracted. Look, it did. Infusible ink right there. So I'm going to click on that. And that's the sheet we're going to do. Now, it's reminding me, make sure mirror is on, and I did that, okay? And I love this, and material is inked side up. That's good because I was wondering as I was sitting here doing this, do I have to do this ink side up? That's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on the default. I'm not going to change that today because I feel like Cricut has this set for us the way we need it, and we're just going to test it just as it's set. Now here's our steps. No tool is required in clamp A. I need the fine point blade and clamp inside B, and then load the mat. So let's do it. Now it says all I have to do is press the Cricut button. So I will do that, and we will cut our little image out. Okay. My light grip mat is really, all my mats are worn out, and y'all know I just re-stick them over and over. So I just added some of my purple tape here just to hold it down. This is not the heat tape that Cricut sent me. This is just regular old purple tape I use for paper crafting. And I'm going to load this guy into the machine. And now all I have to do is click the Cricut head right here and tell it to cut. All right, it is through cutting, so I'm going to unload it. I'm going to bring this up for you guys to see it. What I'm mostly impressed with is this area, because even on vinyl, when we cut my logo on vinyl, these letters here that are pretty small are always more difficult. This looks really good here, but let's take it to my work surface and weed this guy out. Okay, so I've cut the image, and now I'm going to peel this purple tape away, which it tore that a little bit. So make sure when you're putting, if you're having to hold it down on a mat like I am, I mean, it's not supposed to be this way, but see how it's tearing just a little bit? Make sure you put it right to the very edge so you're not wasting any of that. But if your mat is healthy, you don't have to do that. Amanda's in here with me because she wants to see the rest of this process. Me too. We know the other part. We know building in Cricut Design Space, and we know how to cut, but we want to see how this works, so she's sticking around. So if you hear her or if I chat to somebody, it's because Amanda's in here. All right, get this off of here. Now, I watched Melody weed one. By the way, I've said Melody's name a bunch. If you don't watch Melody Lane and you want to learn this stuff, that's who you need to watch. She does a great job on her videos. So I think I'm going to cut these two apart just for ease, because if I don't, I'm going to struggle. So I'm just going to come right through here and just cut this apart. Plus, they're going in two different parts of the bag. One's going on the front, one's going on the back. Okay, put this guy aside. Can't get it wet. I'm moving my drink. You're not supposed to get it wet, it said, until it's heated, you know. All right, let's see what happens. What comes off of what? Does all of this? Does all of this? I don't know. It does. Look at that. Oh, I have not weeded one of these logos in a long time, y'all. But now I remember why I hated it. Get my little weeding tool. There are little spots on my logo that are so tiny, but they're important. Like my cheek. If you take it off, my face has no ending. And my nostrils. She reminded me of my nostrils. They're the worst too. All right, so there's that. And one thing Melody said was to kind of fold, to kind of roll it and let it come off. I don't know. I'm just going to do this the way I do weeding. That's all I know. Oh, the nostrils. Oh, no. Nope. Nope. Only one. One of them did really good. One of them didn't. No problem. Got it down there. Okay. Let's just keep going here. Now, one cool thing is, this is not, I'm not worried about this sticking back to itself like vinyl. Oh, the letters. I got to be careful on the letters. I almost forgot. All right. And I told them earlier that the one thing we hate about our logo is the letters. These little tiny letters don't usually turn out so great in the vinyl. We have to work really hard to get these right. So, but this is coming off all right. I just have to take my time. It's all cut through. I just don't want it to mess up. Now, I am noticing something. So I heard somebody say you shouldn't use a tool like this for weeding with, and I'm figuring out why. Watch this. I'm not going to be using this one, but watch. It scratches it, and I guarantee you that is in the ink when you heat it on. If you scratch. So I guarantee that's why they're telling you not to use these sticky tools that I'm using right now, that I'm not supposed to be using. So do as I say, not as I do. Use something else. You know what I could use, I bet? My embossing tool. Because it's got the little nib, the little round nib. And I bet you it wouldn't scratch. That's working fine. All right. Ooh, don't get ahead of yourself. I'm really trying to be careful because I'm going to give this bag away and I don't want to mess it up. If I mess one up for me, I don't stress too much about it. I love that I can tear small pieces at a time. Like I can just kind of tear this away and do like the bottom and then come back and do the top. That's pretty easy. Ooh, I lifted one up. Lifted one up. Everybody says it's super easy to weed. I think it's easy, but I think it's slower than vinyl. Because I think I can move faster than this with vinyl. What do you think? You do a lot of vinyl weeding.
I do. My biggest thing is fighting with vinyl sticking to itself. So
yeah, this is
like that would help me more this way.
Like I don't have to. If I was doing vinyl, I would never be able to do this back here.
I stop periodically and cut my little excess off.
I would never be able to let this just be hanging because it would just be too dangerous to stick to something it shouldn't stick to. All right, so I'm being super careful. Matter of fact, let's get some of this out of the way so you guys can see. Just tear away what we don't need there. All right, let's come back to here. I think I'm being too difficult with this. I think I'm trying to do it like vinyl, but I shouldn't. Now that's pretty cool right there. You can pick it up and get a whole different leverage on it. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Keep that exclamation point in place. All right. Let me tear this off since that's done. Okay. Now then, let's do the rest of this one. I'm going back to my pokey tool, but I'm being super careful. And if I'm going to scratch anything, I'm going to scratch the part I'm taking off. I should have started with the big letters for my first time weeding it. Okay. 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 I got the little ones done. That's the ones I was mostly concerned about. These bigger guys should be easier. The other thing, for some reason, I was thinking that this would feel more like felt. I don't know why I was, in my head, I thought it would feel more like felt, but it doesn't. It feels like cardstock.
That's what it looks like.
And it sort of reacts like cardstock, which makes me think that this is just a carrier for the ink. Like, yeah. It's just something that the ink can release from. The only difference is I can't let vinyl willy-nilly like this. I have to be really careful with vinyl. This, I could walk away. I could lift it up and let it go. That's the only difference for weeding. But, and again, I want to say this to you guys. I'm being very, very, very gentle because I do not want any of my letters to tear. I really do want this to be a nice project for whoever's going to receive it. But, and also, I keep justifying, but also, my logo's the worst to weed.
Oh, it is.
We have to be honest about that. We have always struggled with my logo. No one ever wants to do it. That's why we quit. We used to make bags and we had them in our store and we used to do them with vinyl. And although with glitter vinyl, it's the easiest is with glitter vinyl to weed it. But we stopped doing them because weeding it is the worst. So probably not the best one to start on. I think that's everything there. I got to do the little letters. I'm going to go ahead and do this up here. Let's crack it, like Melody said. She might be onto something. Around the letters, I was real nervous, so I'll say that was me being super, super careful. Because it is easier if you do that. That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I was nervous. Okay. Oh, yeah. Cracking it is easier. This little guy, let me see if I can get under him. Yep. And then this little thing. Can you guys imagine weeding this logo for all the bags and all the t-shirts that we... Thomas used to do it. Josh used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my big face is done. All right. Oh, nope, there's a little something right there. Got it. All right, I'm going to do the little letters, and then I'm going to do the other one off camera, and we'll get right back together when we heat set it.
So this is something cool I found. Remember we were talking about the Cricut Easy Press versus the Easy Press 2? Now, I'm going to be using the Easy Press 2 today, but this little website, which is cricut.com/en_us/heat guide. And also, I'll put the link in the description. And to make it even easier, if you just search Cricut Easy Press Heat Guide, this screen will come up. And look how cool this is. Let's go to the Easy Press 1. So I'm going to click on that one. And when I do, you'll see that this little line moves to let me know this is the one I'm clicked on. Down here, I can select my material. So watch. I'm going to go down here and click Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. And then, see where it says Select Base Material? Now, what is my base? For me, it is the tote bag. So I'm going to click on that and I can click apply. Now, this is so cool. I found this by accident. I didn't even know this existed. It's telling me exactly what temperature my Easy Press #1 needs to be, how long I need to hold it. It says to preheat for 15 seconds, light pressure, and warm peel. Pretty cool, right? Down here, it even tells me, look at this. Let me find it. It tells me step by step what to do. Even place the mat inside the tote, insert cardstock on top of the mat inside the tote. That's your heat mat, by the way. Lint roll the tote. It tells me everything I need to do. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to do all of that, and then we will see if this works. Real quick, though, I want to show you what the Easy Press 2 settings are. So if you have the 2, you can do the same thing. This is really, really a cool feature. So this is what the Easy Press 2 settings would be, 385 for 40 seconds. Pretty cool. All right. Also, if you're doing any other thing while you're on this one, look, if you're doing everyday iron-on, foil, fusible fabric, glitter mesh, holographic, anything, I do a lot of glitter iron-on. Let's see what it says for that. And let's say that I'm putting it on, I do a lot of canvas bags. Let's see what it says. Select a heat transfer base material. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, and surface, look right here. So I'm going to say towel because I don't have that mat. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Okay. Pretty neat website. Glad I found it and glad I could share it with you guys. All right, let's get back to making the project. All right, so we're going to prep this bag. Now, if you hear any sound in the background, that's just Amanda weeding out our second piece. No stress. She's over there getting it ready to go. So I'm going to take my butcher paper, as it said, and I'm going to heat press this for 15 seconds just to remove the moisture of the bag, or just because it told me to preheat it. So I'm just doing this number. I didn't even hit my timer. I'm just doing it in my head. I should have hit the little button. All right, I think that's probably enough. I'm going to let that cool off. And when it cools, I'm going to stick the cardstock in. But I need to change this timer here. I hope you can see it in the screen over here. I need to change this to 40 seconds. Right now it's set for 15. So I'm going to hit the clock. And then I'm going to change this to 40 seconds. And it's at temperature right now. I turned it down because I had it set too high. So I turned it down. Get this up to 40. There we go. And now that's set. Okay, so let's put our cardstock in, which is here. And from what I understand, any cardstock will do. I think they want you to use white so you can always see if any ink is on your cardstock, because I think it can transfer off. Again, all speculation. I don't know any details yet. All right, let's put our logo on. So here's my logo. And one thing I do like is it sticks down. Look at that, Amanda.
Cool.
That stuck nice. I like that. So you don't have to do any kind of thing. All right, and now let's do this thing. I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous. Looks like I'm going to have to do part and part. So I'm going to do this side. I'm going to have to come back and do this one. Let me turn this on. Let me tell it to go. I'm not putting any pressure, by the way. It's just sitting there. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I've got to move it over here. So I'm going to try not to overlap and set that one more time. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. I didn't lint roll it. I forgot to lint roll it. Well, we'll see what happens when you forget to lint roll it. Learn from my mistakes. Okay. Move this guy. And it says to let it cool completely. So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll peel it away and see what it looks like. Okay. It has cooled completely. And it's even started to lift up on its own. So I'm going to peel this away. Look at that. Wow. That's cool. Now, I'm going to point something out. Where I think my heat overlapped is darker. So if you're using the smaller Easy Press like I am, be mindful of that. And I don't think I got a good press right here. I think that matters too. Do you see that side is not as dark? It looks good. See it?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I think there's a learning curve. I think you need to have good, even the same pressure. I bet if you had a heat press, this would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you get good, even pressure all the way across. I also think if you weren't doing something quite so big with a small, because this is the 9x9 that I used. So I do think that matters. Let's do it on the other side and we'll see if I can do a better job. But for my first time, I don't hate it. And it's like in there. It's not, it's weird because I'm used to being able to feel it, but there's no feeling. It is in there. All right, let's flip this over and let's put our other words on. So let me show you this too. Here where it was darker on my image, you can see that more of the ink came off here. And here where it was lighter, I think this is a learning curve for me. I think I needed to maybe add some more pressure because, you know, I took my hand off there, but I didn't down here. So maybe it's a pressure issue. We're going to try it on the next one and see what we get. Okay, I'm going to remember, I'm going to lint roll this time. I didn't see where I had lint roll as an issue last time. But you know, in your mind, you think there's no lint. But look, that's just from a quick pass and you can really see the lint on there. And in my mind, there was none. But there's a good bit on there. Okay, here we go. Cardstock's inside. We've lint rolled. I'm not going to stress about it. We're going to put that about right here. Stick it down. I love that it sticks down. That's my favorite. All right. Put our mat over it or our butcher paper over it. And now let's go. And I'm going to keep pressure down this time. So, start. Okay, there's one side. And now I need to get this little bit right here. I'm going to try not to overlap. Oh, hit the button. It's going to get a couple extra seconds. So there we go. And now let it cool. Let's remove this though. Oh, it shifted a little on me. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Because I noticed a while ago, yeah, it didn't shift. My bad. I noticed a while ago, as it was cooling, it kind of shrinks. The plastic kind of shrinks. So that's what it's doing. It's kind of shrinking and then kind of lifting up on one end. This one looks much better. I think there's still a good learning curve. I got a little shadow here. I think that's the shrink. Oh, and look at that. Okay, I got to show you a lot of stuff. I think this is the shrinkage of the material. Come around here, Mandra. I want you to see this. She'll be good at helping me. See that? Okay, let's see if this is cold enough to come off. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, see that? Mm-hmm. I think when it shrunk, with it still being down there, I think you need to be real mindful when it starts to lift to hold it up.
Yeah.
But look how much more came off of here, the way I did it, than what came off of here.
Yeah.
See that? That's a big difference. All right, let's see if it's lifting. It lets you know when it's ready.
I don't think that looks bad.
This
it's just
doesn't look
something
bad.
to be aware of.
It doesn't look bad. I would carry this everywhere. It doesn't bother me at all, but it is important to know that. So let's take our cardstock out. Oh, and look, it's there. Let me bring this up super close for you guys. Look at that. It's neat as it can be, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I still like it. And one of you are still going to win it, by the way. One of you are going to get our mistakes and all bag. I hope you enjoy it. And matter of fact, Amanda and I will sign this bag, so we'll both get credit for it. How about that?
Hey, I get credit on the bad things.
I'm going to credit her for it. I'm going to credit her for it too. All right, guys. That is my first try with Cricut Infusible Ink. Get it right. I like it. I think it has a pretty good learning curve. I love the blanks. I didn't think I would love the blanks so much.
Look at your...
Oh, look.
When you turned it over, still hot.
All right. Protect your work surface because I did two sides. So I guarantee you when I heated this, it went through there too. All right. Protect your work surfaces, guys. We learned a lot, I think. I'm not disappointed in the product. I just had to try it. And thankfully, Cricut sent me this to try, and I appreciate it. So if you would like to get more information, I do have a coupon code at Cricut. You guys can use that. It'll be in the description below. I think it is free shipping and 10% off on orders of $50 or more that are, there are some exclusions, I should say, to that. But there we go. All right. Enter the in the link below if you would like to win this bag. There'll be a raffle copter to give it away. And thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye.